What happens when island calm meets unstoppable movement? When laid-back vibes suddenly surge into the streets with full force? Imagine sunshine, bass, and bodies moving forward without hesitation. Why does the road march in Jamaica feel less like a parade and more like a release? Is it the rhythm, the heat, or the spirit that refuses to stay still? In 2026, Jamaica Carnival doesn't ease you in, it pulls you forward. Can you balance the island's smooth flow with the intensity of nonstop motion? Or will the energy take over before you even realize you're moving with it? Jamaica Carnival 2026 is driven by momentum. To experience it fully, you must understand that this celebration moves forward constantly, powered by music, heat, and collective energy. The key direction is simple. Once the road march begins, you move with it. There is no pause, no rewind, and no standing still for long. The experience unfolds through sound first. Soca, dancehall influence, and bass-heavy rhythms set the pace of the streets. Follow the music because it defines the route, the timing, and the intensity. Bands advance steadily, and participants flow alongside them, matching energy step for step. Preparation matters. Hydration, pacing, and awareness allow you to stay present from start to finish. Jamaica Carnival rewards endurance, balanced with enjoyment. Movement here is not chaotic. It is controlled, intentional, and forward-driven. Costume and expression are part of the motion, not separate from it. Everything is designed for movement under the sun. Respect the pace of others, stay alert, and let the road guide you. In 2026, Jamaica's streets become channels of energy. Your role is to align with that flow, keep moving, and allow the island's rhythm to carry you all the way through. Chapter 1. The Island Awakens. Before the road march begins, the island shifts quietly. Mornings feel lighter, streets feel expectant, and sound carries farther than usual. Music slips out of cars, homes, and small gatherings, signaling that something is building. Jamaica does not rush into carnival. It wakes into it. Communities begin to stir early. Vendors prepare. Costumes are checked, adjusted, and worn with anticipation. Conversations lean toward timing, routes, and where energy will peak. The island moves as if guided by an internal clock, aware that momentum is coming. What defines this awakening is balance. There's excitement, but also ease. Laughter mixes with preparation. The mood is social, familiar, and grounded. Carnival here is not a disruption. It feels like a natural extension of island life, rising from routines rather than replacing them. As the sun climbs, the atmosphere thickens. Streets grow louder. Crowds gather without congestion. People move with confidence, knowing the rhythm will soon take over. The island doesn't announce the moment carnival begins. It simply transitions. Music becomes more consistent. Bass settles into the background, steady and insistent. Bodies respond subtly. Feet tapping, shoulders loosening. The energy is building, but it remains controlled, waiting for the right moment to release. The island awakening is about alignment. People, sound, and space prepare together. By the time the first full beat lands, everyone is already ready to move. Jamaica Carnival doesn't shock the system. It draws it forward smoothly and deliberately into motion. Chapter 2. Bass in the Blood. Once the road march begins, bass becomes the guiding force. It doesn't sit in the background, it moves through the body. Low frequencies roll through the streets, vibrating chests, legs, and pavement at the same time. In Jamaica Carnival, bass is not just sound, it is instruction. Movement changes immediately. Steps become heavier, more grounded. The body responds before the mind does. You don't decide to move. You feel pulled into rhythm. Bass settles into muscles and sets a pace that is steady, relentless, and forward-driving. This is energy that does not spike and fade. It sustains. What makes this moment powerful is familiarity. The rhythm feels known, almost inherited. It connects island culture, street sound systems, and carnival flow into one continuous experience. Even newcomers catch on quickly. The bass teaches you how to move without explanation. As the day heats up, the bass holds everything together. When fatigue threatens, it restores momentum. When crowds tighten, it keeps movement smooth. The beat acts as a spine for the entire road march, aligning thousands of bodies into one advancing rhythm. Communication becomes physical. Gestures replace words. Eye contact and timing matter more than conversation. Everyone listens to the same low pulse and adjusts instinctively. The street feels coordinated, not chaotic. By the time the bass fully settles in, it no longer feels external. It feels internal, like a second heartbeat. This is bass in the blood. It carries the march forward, steady and unstoppable until movement feels natural and stillness feels unfamiliar. Chapter 3: Road March Heat. As the march advances, heat becomes a defining force. The sun presses down, bodies move closer, and the road stretches ahead without pause. Heat is not an obstacle here. It is part of the experience. It sharpens focus and demands awareness. Every step forward is earned. Movement becomes deliberate. Pacing matters. Breathing changes. Participants learn quickly how to balance intensity with endurance. The road march does not allow shortcuts. It rewards those who listen to their bodies while staying aligned with the rhythm. Sweat is constant. It cools, then returns. Clothing clings, then loosens again with motion. Instead of slowing the crowd, the heat bonds it. People check on one another, share water, create space when needed. Care moves through the march as naturally as the music. What defines road march heat is persistence. The energy does not spike, it holds. Music continues without apology. The bass pushes forward, steady and insistent, refusing to let the march lose momentum. Even exhaustion feels temporary when surrounded by collective motion. The street itself reflects the intensity. Pavement radiates warmth. Sunlight bounces off costumes and skin. Every sense is engaged. The world narrows to sound, movement, and heat. This is where commitment is tested. Those who remain discover a deeper layer of the experience. Heat strips away hesitation and distraction, leaving only presence. Road march heat is not about comfort, it is about continuation. And through it, the energy of Jamaica Carnival proves its strength. Chapter 4: Movement without pause. By this point, motion feels natural. The road march has settled into the body, and stopping feels more disruptive than continuing. Movement no longer requires intention. It flows automatically, guided by rhythm and shared pace. Jamaica Carnival does not surge in bursts. It advances steadily without hesitation. The crowd moves like a single current. Small pauses happen, but they never break momentum. Feet keep time, shoulders roll, hips sway in rhythm with the bass. Energy circulates rather than spikes, allowing the march to continue without burning out. This is endurance shaped by rhythm, not force. Awareness sharpens with repetition. Participants learn how to read space instinctively, where to shift, when to slow, when to move forward. Communication happens through motion rather than words. A turn, a glance, a change in pace is enough to keep everything aligned. Music holds full control now. Bass sets direction. Melody lifts mood. The body stops resisting heat and fatigue and begins working with them. Movement becomes grounding instead of draining. What defines this stage is trust. Trust in the rhythm to guide the march. Trust in the crowd to protect flow. Trust in the body to continue without strain. There is no urgency, only consistency. Movement without pause is not about intensity, it is about continuity. Jamaica Carnival thrives here, where motion becomes steady and collective. The road keeps moving, and so do the people on it, carried forward by rhythm that refuses to stop. Chapter 5: Vibes that linger. As the road march begins to slow, the energy does not disappear, it softens. The music fades gradually, footsteps loosen, and the crowd spreads out, but the vibe remains. What was built through hours of movement settles into the body, turning intensity into calm satisfaction. People move differently now. Smiles come easily. Conversations return. Laughter feels relaxed instead of explosive. The street exhales. Even as sound systems quiet down, the rhythm continues internally, replaying in memory and muscle. What makes these vibes linger is how naturally they blend into everyday life. Jamaica Carnival does not feel separate from the island. It feels like a heightened version of it. The same warmth, ease, and connection that exist daily simply echo a little louder during Carnival. The body feels tired but balanced. Heat has passed, sweat has dried, and motion has slowed, yet energy remains. There is no abrupt ending. no sharp cutoff. The experience dissolves gently, leaving behind a sense of completion rather than loss. Streets return to routine, but they carry memory. Every step feels familiar, yet changed. Participants leave with more than photos or stories. They leave with rhythm embedded. Vibes that linger are not about nostalgia. They are about continuity. Jamaica Carnival 2026 leaves its mark quietly, reminding everyone that energy doesn't always need volume. Sometimes it stays, steady and warm, long after the music stops. Jamaica Carnival 2026 does not end at the last stretch of the road march. It ends when the rhythm settles into stillness and becomes part of how the island is remembered. What remains is not exhaustion, but a calm sense of connection to the music, the movement, and the shared experience. This celebration is defined by balance. High energy meets island ease, intensity flows without pressure. The road march pushes forward yet always leaves space to breathe. Jamaica Carnival proves that momentum does not have to be chaotic to be powerful. The true finish is found in how the experience carries forward. Music sounds different afterward. Movement feels lighter. Even in quiet moments, the rhythm lingers just beneath the surface. The streets return to normal, but those who walked them do not forget how they felt moving together. Jamaica Carnival 2026 leaves behind more than memory. It leaves alignment between body and rhythm, between individual and crowd, between celebration and culture. When the final beat fades, the energy doesn't vanish. It rests ready to rise again.